Alie, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, fire away, dude.
What?
Fire away, dude.
Oh. Yes or no? Finding the right hair color for you, Alie, can be a challenge.
What color is my hair right now?
Burgundy.
Yeah, was that on purpose?
No.
Did I need to use E-Salon?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, wait. You can scratch that.
No, it's great. E-Salon offers professional grade, leave that in, completely personalized hair color that's created just for you and delivered right to your door. Alie, you fucking need this.
I need it so much. This is the last time I will color my hair without taking the steps to get the right color. I grabbed a color off the shelf. It was the wrong color. My hair is maroon now.
Don't do it. Alie, do you love questionnaires?
Yes.
Here's a hair questionnaire. Upload your photo and a personal colorist will formulate your individually blended color from over 15,000 pigments.
Oh my God.
I know.
I need E-Salon and a time machine to go back to yesterday.
Totally. Well, they've got you covered. There's 100% satisfaction guaranteed if you're not happy, Alie.
Oh God, I need
with
this.
Your color. It will give you a free reformulation or refund.
I think anything's better than what I did to myself before.
I mean, you look cute.
Thanks, dude. But you know what? I like that the color doesn't fade. Like they have the grays covered. Because I get some grays every once in a while.
I mean, at 23 years old, our gray is like pretending to start to come in.
I know. It's probably because we're such big thinkers.
We're so young.
So you can visit esalon.com/slumber party, all one word. And do that. You get 50% off your first order. So that's $10 for your personalized hair color, which is crazy because the last time I got my hair colored in a salon, it was like $180.
Dude, you can do it your freaking self. I've been doing it my freaking self for years and years.
Yeah, I really got the wrong color. So I need to use eSalon. You get 50% off your first box at esalon.com/slumber party. So go do that. Don't be an Alie Ward.
Send us photos too. Hashtag it at, I don't know, Alie in Georgia. Let's see your hair.
Yeah, just tag us in it on Instagram. Let's see your pictures.
Let's do it.
I want to look at your hair.
Bye. Listen, you shouldn't have to stretch your budget to buy jeans with a little give. High-end denim can cost hundreds of dollars, but bargain brands don't offer the same level of style and comfort.
Yeah. You can't get some jeans that cost you hundreds of dollars and like have to do a juice cleanse to get into them.
Totally. So Distilled, spelled DSTLD, they've revolutionized the fashion industry with their timeless luxury grade denim. So you get jeans that would normally cost you hundreds starting at just $65.
Yeah. They eliminate these crazy markups because they refuse to work with middlemen.
Refuse. They ship directly to you for free and guarantee the fit, or they'll send you a new pair until they're perfect. Distilled jeans are built to last and will be a staple in your closet for years.
They also have a bunch of fall jackets. So if you're like into a classic denim or you want like a bomber jacket, you can just expect the same level of quality.
Okay. And so for a discount, go to dstld.com/feral and you'll get $10 off your first order.
That's
d.com/feral for $10 off. Bye. Thanks. Bye.
Feral Audio.
Party with Alie and Georgia. Hey, I'm Georgia.
She's Georgia. I'm Alie. Welcome to Slumber Party. This is a podcast. It's kind of like a slumber party. We play slumber party games. We learn things, and we say the F word a lot. I always put that warning up top. Like,
that's smart.
Like, take your kids and put them in the child-proof chamber in your home.
Or explain what the F word is.
Yeah.
Just let them go.
Draw some pictures.
Hey, let's start with what we learned this week, Alie.
I think
like
that's a great idea.
Do.
We should try that this week. Should we start with what we learned?
Sure.
Okay.
What did you learn?
That's a great question. And I always say that as I'm pulling up notes on my phone.
To take your time with it.
Okay, this is what I learned. So you lived in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I lived in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Do you you took BART?
Yeah.
And I think people down in LA call it the BART, which is like, come on, you guys. It's like calling it Frisco.
Yeah.
Like, kill yourself.
Yeah.
But, okay, so BART, did you ever take the Trans Bay Tube?
Yes.
That was from the East Bay to the city. Do you have any...
it went under the water, which is terrifying.
Under the water. Do you have any idea how that works?
Vacuum?
Sure. No. Okay, so it's 100, I think it's 130 or 180 feet under the sea. Mm-hmm. And you'd think like they bored. I started thinking about that and I was like, how does that work? I figured they must have bored a tunnel underneath the rock, the bedrock, also earthquakes. That sounds terrifying. So I looked into it. It's not a tunnel under bedrock. It's an immersion tunnel, which is a type of tunnel. They make the tunnel on the ground, and then they're like, let's sink this bitch.
Oh, and they just pull it down.
They sink portions of it and it sits on like the floor of the bay.
Oh, I don't want to go on that again.
Do you know what it's stuck to? Do you know how it's stuck to the bottom?
Chewing gum.
Worse.
What?
Rocks. They just put some gravel on top of it, and they're like, hope this stays.
Nope, done.
Yeah.
Pass.
They throw gravel on it.
Nope.
Like a kitty litter. Like burying a turd. They bury this tunnel, and they're like, hope this doesn't shift around, you guys.
Never doing that again.
So that's how you get from the East Bay to the city.
Okay.
What'd you learn?
Okay, I learned. My dad sent me on my birthday, which was on Sunday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. He sent me a little blurb about the song "Georgia on My Mind" and some facts about it that I didn't know.
Let's hear it.
And one of those is that it wasn't originally by Ray Charles. It was like an old song. It's an old sweet song. And the reason Ray Charles recorded it is because on his way home from gigs, the story goes, he would hum it in the back of his car, and his chauffeur said, you know, you hum that so much, why don't you record it? And he said, I don't know what the words are. And then so he found them and learned them and recorded the song. And in 1979, it was voted that it'd be Georgia's official state song.
Well, hell yeah.
So-
Because what other songs are there about Georgia?
Georgia
am I
on my
right?
mind. I don't
So he
know.
had Georgia on his mind.
Yes.
And his chauffeur's like, God, you love it so much.
Yeah,
Why don't
can you shut
sing
up?
it?"
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, let's introduce
That's a good
our
one.
guest.
He seemed when you were talking about Georgia on my mind, he was like nodding.
Yes, and
I
shaking.
feel like he has something to say about it.
Okay, so we're really excited because he's one of our favorite he hosts a co-host of one of our favorite radio shows
Oh, I
called
love it.
Dinner Party Download.
It's so good.
Rico Galliano, and they're having a live episode of Dinner Party Download.
Live
gonna have
in
to-
person.
Tell us what day it is.
It's on Friday, June 20th. And there's cool people there, including maybe people in this audience if they get some of the last remaining tickets.
Yeah, I know. You guys are almost sold out,
We are
right?
almost sold out. Should I tell you who the guests are?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Pretty
where is it?
special. It's at the New Road School in Santa Monica, which was endowed, I believe, by Herb Alpert and Moss, his partner, the A and the M in A&M Records. Both. There's something you learned today.
Hey,
in
it is.
addition, it's in Santa Monica, and we've got Elizabeth Moss, no relation, from Mad Men.
Really? Oh,
Peggy.
I'm in
from
love
Mad
with
Men.
her.
Oh, God, I love
Peggy's
her so much.
Peggy's it.
She's pretty cool.
And also Top of the Lake.
Top of the Lake is
Top of the
great.
Lake.
God, she's good in that.
She's badass.
It's going to be something. And then answering etiquette questions, Jackie Collins,
Oh my
Shut up.
Queen of the Beach
God.
Read.
Do you know how much I want to smell her?
I bet she smells so
I bet
rich.
she smells exquisite. Oh my God.
If you to believe her story, she smells vaguely of cocaine from the 1970s. I think.
Please, if I don't
Sexy.
get to smell her, will you and report back?
I will
Yes,
definitely
please
do
smell
so.
her.
She's
So
been on
much.
the show several times.
And?
She wears a white coat.
Wow.
Whatever the weather may be. She has a
love her.
white coat for all occasions and large sunglasses.
I bet she
And she's
does. Good for
fabulous.
her.
And this is June 20th. Tickets might still be available.
Yes, kpcc.org/events.
Good to know.
Look how I remembered that in
Way
my
to
mind
go.
hole.
So we
Rico,
learned that. What did you learn?
learn this week?
I learned a bunch of things. First of all, I want to ask you, because I can't remember, Georgia on My Mind, is that Hoagie Carmichael wrote
Yes,
that?
good job.
All right. That's what comes of having an extremely elderly father.
Do you know what you win? You win sitting in a very warm teepee in a hot apartment
Yeah.
with 2
Let's
girls
paint a picture for the people.
asking you questions.
Do they know about this teepee?
Yeah, we're in the
people that listen?
teepee. We're in the teepee. We're recording this in not a pillow fort, but a teepee.
That Alie made with her own 2 hands.
Yeah, I-
it's
Is that true?
weird.
Yeah, I
It's
made-
weird because it's not a video podcast yet. We
just
always
do
record in
it.
a teepee.
I
So
know.
we stuck Rico in here. It's sweltering. He's
Yeah.
in full clothes.
I'm really sacrificing for the concept that you
making-
guys decided.
I feel you're like the
uncomfortable.
first guest we've had on that like has a legit show, like a radio show. So I feel like a little.
Consider that legit?
I feel a little like
man.
humble.
Yeah, do you record
No.
in a Hooverville? 'Cause if
Yeah.
not, it's more legit than us. But what did you learn? I'm
What
sorry.
did you tell you guys have a TV show?
That's true.
Come on.
Georgia Bump Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
so what
pretty
did you
hot. The things that I learned were so a bunch of things, but the thing I think I'm going to go with is here's a Swedish term. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Fredagsmys.
Okay.
That means for reals. This is something that happens in Sweden, I guess, every week. It's called Friday Cozy Time.
Oh my god. What
I thought that
No.
would be good for a slumber party podcast.
It is.
What does that mean?
It is quoted. This was told to us by guests on this week's show, the band First Aid Kit, who are from Swedeland. and they say that it is, quote, when you gather with family and watch TV and eat unhealthy things.
Oh my
on
God.
Friday night, especially tacos. They're really into tacos.
Do you know why we don't have that term in America? Is because that's every night. Every
all
night
across America.
in America. In
it's
other
Friday
countries,
cozy
they're
time.
like, here's a special thing.
Yeah.
Let's eat like fucking assholes.
The rest of the week in Sweden is actually, it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, dark, cold, unfriendly time. Just
dark,
hang around.
unfriendly
It's like
time.
You
herring
sit
and
on-
dark cold. Do they have herring? They eat herring.
They're like, don't talk to me.
Is
unless
that's
you don't-
Norway?
No, that's fun.
Yeah,
That's-
they sit on
that's really
spikes.
cute.
I know, Friday cozy time. And also, I love that because I'm a big fan of the Netherlands. And the whole Dutch society is basically organized around creating what they call gezellig,
Yeah.
which is like an indefinable word, but that vaguely means like small scale, cozy, good times.
I like the cozy because that like it's more than just like happy or content. Cozy is so specific.
There's a comfort in that.
You
There's
know?
an intimate comfort in that.
I can imagine that happens when you live in a place that's rainy and cold.
Freezing.
all
Where it's
the
like, does
time.
anyone want to get under a blanket in the closet with me? I'm freezing. Any of you? Will any of you touch me right now?
That's probably actually what Friday cozy time is. I'm just like idealizing it. It's really just like everybody piles into a closet to stay
Could I
warm.
share body heat with the dog? Does anyone want to eat a taco with me? I'm freezing. I'm so sad.
Somebody actually told me in Norway that you will remember the winters in Norway as being the hottest hell that you ever experienced because all they do is hang out in bars en masse. They just all go to, nobody's outside. It's too freaking cold.
No.
So they go and they just drink and drink and drink. And there's like a million of them. Plus they have North Sea oil. So they just like crank it up to 1,000 degrees in there.
It's like how Arizona in the summer is freezing because you're just inside a meat locker the
Is
whole
that
time.
true?
I mean, you end up, when you're really hot in the summer and you go to the movies and then you have to bring a parka to the movies because it's so hot
Yeah.
outside that the movies are like 42 degrees inside.
Yeah.
It's the same situation. You're like, can I just get some comfort?
Later we're going to talk about stuff we hate, I think.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things that I hate.
Oh,
is
don't
that
tell
it's
us yet.
too cold.
I
I didn't
hate
write
cold.
that down, but you reminded me.
There's so many things to hate.
It
There's
is.
so many things.
It was great actually coming here and driving here. It was kind of very therapeutic to know, like, as everything happened in traffic that made me want to kill people, it was like, I'm going to be
You
able
keep
to.
picking new things that you hate, right?
I'm going to have a whole list.
Yeah.
What you love is going to be hating things. You're like,
It's pretty fun sometimes. Do you want to ask? We have a slumber party question. Hey, I have an idea. Tell me what you think about this.
Okay.
Okay. Every week, what if we asked a new slumber party question that someone suggested on Twitter?
Sure, look at us. We're
That's a gr-
spitballing right now.
right?
We're changing
That's
the
a
formula.
great
What
idea.
question did someone ask on
Okay, so
Twitter?
someone asked a slumber party question on Twitter, and I liked it enough that I wrote it down, and I think we should do this every goddamn
Bring
week.
it
Okay.
on.
So this is our
I'm
first.
still not used to it. Can I curse? Is it okay?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I'm on public radio. If I curse, will that like blow everybody's
No, you're
vision
fine.
of me as being?
I listened to an episode of Dr. Drew on Nerdist, and he dropped so many F-bombs, and I was like, go for it. It was like Martha Stewart getting put in prison. I was like, yes, I like this. This is two
Which is
episodes in a row
one
I've
of,
talked about Martha
speaking of
Stewart.
one of Allie's favorite facts about Martha Stewart.
I just love her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hannah Crunkshank,
Sure.
CRUICKSHANK, asked this great question on Slumber Party. If you could have any like pop culture question definitively answered, what would it be? And she
Pop
said,
culture?
well, she said mine would be who killed John Benet Ramsey, which I think is cool. So I was thinking of that question because she just asked it generally, but I don't think like, does God exist? Like, I feel like it's one of those, like, who killed JFK? Like, you could find out for sure.
Is this only murder related, Georgia?
Oh, sorry.
Hardstark?
No.
Georgia loves murder.
Getting a keen insight.
Yeah,
into
like if it
George's
would be a murder, would
pop
you,
culture is very murderous, for you.
right?
What murder would you like solved? Or are we just really going pop culture?
Let's do anything pop
So
culture.
does
Okay.
does that mean that it has to be something that like they discuss in People magazine, or are we talking about like questions that you might have surrounding the fallacies built into the plot of the Maltese Falcon or something
Yes,
like that?
That's also a good one.
Do that one.
That's way better than my our Beyonce and Jay-Z and the Illuminati, which is
was Beyonce really ever pregnant? I would like to know that.
that's a great one.
Because I don't think she was.
you don't think so?
I don't really know what you're talking about.
Good.
There was some speculation as to Beyonce's pregnancy,
And like
what?
whether she hired some
like a surrogate, and then just put on a belly for like.
She hired a womb?
yeah, a woman
Sure.
with a womb,
Get a womb.
fertile womb, put the baby in there.
See, this is what happens when you work in public radio. You're just deaf
I
to
know.
the real stuff.
The good stuff.
You
Yeah,
know?
you're-
Stuff that matters.
Right.
So busy worrying about Sudan.
No,
What about-
stupid Sudan?
Did the government kill Martin Luther King?
That's another good
that's
question.
a good question. They're all 60s though. These are all
That's
like all the
true.
good
Yeah,
pop-
Beyonce
well,
was pregnant in the 60s.
Benet wasn't. Yeah.
Jean
Right.
Benet.
Jean Benet was not.
Those are all way old school.
Yeah. sorry.
What about you? Anything? Any mystery of the universe that
Come to
you have
mind?
solved?
A pop culture mystery. I'm really trying
I'd
to
love
think
to
about.
find out who my dad is.
This is one of those things.
That's not true.
That's so not right.
You'll come coming back to it.
Let's come
'cause
back to it.
That's a hard one to pop on
I'm
people.
going
But
to walk away from this and I'm going to think of 50.
I
of them.
know, and we'll add addendums to this.
Okay, good.
But I do like the idea of like people writing in questions because we get some good ones.
Yeah, bring it on, you guys.
Yeah, do it.
Um,
Okay.
Let's have another slumber party question. What
Okay.
do you got?
Hey, this is my favorite slumber party question. Okay.
Georgia loves this one.
This is my favorite question.
She loves
Okay.
it.
Nobody's around. It's late at night. You just got home from an event where you had like crappy food and you're
Nobody's
hungry.
judging.
No one's judging you. You're already taking your pants off and you have your slippers on.
Your cat's not looking at you, or even if it is,
Yeah,
it's with
it's fine.
love.
It's fine.
And you go into the kitchen and the first thing you grab, your
I know
go-to
exactly
midnight
what this
snack.
is.
Go.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a spoon and cookie butter.
Cookie
Whoa.
butter.
Like speculoos?
Yeah,
Is that another?
speculoos?
Speculoos.
Which
You love that part of the world.
I love it so much. It's so hard. The thing that I love about it is because it used to be, there was a time, I think, in everybody's life when that would have been peanut butter, the jar
Yeah.
of creamy
Oh, that's-
nuttiness that you would grab.
This
Not
come on,
deride
this come
it.
on slumber parties.
Yeah.
Like come up so many times.
But here's the problem is that it takes, I would guess, like one, depending on how old you are, I think as a youth you can handle a lot of poisoning. But like after about, I'd say at my age, 2 tablespoons of that, I start to feel like I poison myself with oils. But there's something about cookie butter where you can get through, I'd say 3/4 of a jar before my brain even begins to register what I'm doing to the rest of my body. And by that time, it's completely finished. And then.
And you're
it's all
happy
good.
about that?
I'm happy until I'm sick. Yeah.
What is in speculoos? Isn't it just sort of like ground up cookies?
Yes.
It's like it's like they pre-chewed cookies.
I think it's that plus oil and extra sugar.
That's
Oh
the
my God.
worst
I
decision,
purposely
and I love it.
like I can buy peanut butter and be pretty good about not binging on it, but I won't ever buy that speculoos because I know I'm going to do that.
I have
know.
actually done. I know a lot of people that are like that. It's one of the few foods that I've noted that because people are like donuts, yes,
Yeah.
bacon, more the merrier.
Yeah, right.
But it's somehow cookie butter. People got it very early on that if I have this in my home, it's like the food equivalent of heroin.
Well, it's
I'll
like
just
when-
never stop eating.
when you buy cookie dough. Like you
Oh,
don't buy
God.
it because you're going to eat it. So why would you buy? You buy it because you're going to make cookies. So why? So this is just like, nope. I'm a fat fucking
Yeah.
fatty fat, and I'm just gonna.
I like that you
Going
can.
and putting it into
I'm
paste
just
form.
not even going to pretend that I'm going to make cookies out of this.
if I
we
could
talk-
liquefy it and drip it,
Yeah.
that would be
What
pretty
is with
sweet.
this the state of matter of cookies? It's like pre-cooked, the best. Cooked, okay. Ground up into the kind of dough that it was pre-cooked, fucking amazing. So what is it with the cookie where in its optimal form, it sucks
Yeah.
the most?
It's non-optimal.
Do you know what I mean? If
What
you're
else is
supposed to
like
eat
that?
it that way, and it sucks the most.
Yeah.
Even putting it in milk is almost doughing it up.
Ooh, like soaking it in milk.
Sure, you're
That's-
getting it back
Soaking
to its
it.
essential dough form.
Weirdly, that is where speculoos came from. I think people were like dunking their cookies in milk and then spreading it.
When I was a
basically.
kid,
Like, I don't
used
wanna
to
chew this.
No.
I'd take one cookie, like right when I'd get cookies, I'd take one cookie, put it like leave it in the milk, eat the rest of the cookies, and then at the end I would have like a mush cookie
Yeah.
at the bottom.
What is that too? That like things are better when sort of combined and mashed.
I
We
don't
don't,
Like,
know.
we don't like chewing.
No, it's not.
No.
Good.
I don't have
There's
time
that
for
whole
that.
what is it? Patton Oswalt thing about the KFC bowl.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you just put it in a gun and fire it into my
You know, I was
mouth?
at a party once and they had like there's like snack spread. One thing was just a jar of that speculoos with a bunch of plastic spoons. And I was like, this is genius
That's
because
genius.
everyone wanted to try that, but no one wanted to buy it. And here it is at a party.
I know.
Oh yeah, man.
I love that.
I might get some today.
What's your you know what, can I tell you a weird snack that I just did the
Yeah.
other night that
Mm-hmm.
I'm embarrassed of that I
What's
have
your
to talk
jam right
about?
now?
A piece of toast and then on it I spread okay, a couple weeks ago I made lasagna,
Okay.
3 cheese lasagna.
I had some. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. Thank you. And I had leftover of the cheese mixture.
Hey.
And so I put it in a Tupperware. And so I spread it on toast the other night
Oh,
and put it in the
that's
toaster
awesome.
oven.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. It was a little like, this is cool. I don't know.
It's basically a calzone without the foldy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carbohydrates are a vehicle for cheese. We all know that.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Whatever carbohydrate you put it on,
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Say it loud
It was
and proud,
whole wheat
Georgia.
toast, so I'm healthy.
Sure.
That makes it totally fine.
Great.
Here's the thing that I did that's a little disturbing, but and what's really disturbing is that I've thought about it a lot, how I can make it better, and I shouldn't have even thought of it in the first place. Which was, you may have seen this on my Instagram. It's an Oreo cookie This happened very late at night while I was working late, so all I had access to is what was in our vending machine.
Oh, no.
So Oreo cookie, Cheez-Its, which are my go-to. And then I was like, wait a second.
I don't like where this is going.
Oh, no.
Open the Oreo, put in 2
Oh,
Cheez-Its,
honey, go home.
close the Oreo,
Too long that day.
eat
Call an
it.
ambulance.
How was it?
But it was too dry. But there's nothing wrong. Chocolate and cheese actually can work well. Come on, you guys, don't judge me.
No, it's never gonna. I
Fine,
don't
enjoy
want to
your-
judge you.
Enjoy your whole wheat non-calzone.
We're not judging you. We're just evaluating your choices, which is really different.
With an attitude.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if I had a little sriracha,
Oh, sure.
something wet to put in there, it was too
Oh.
dry and crunchy. You needed
if
something
you-
a little moist.
Dipped it in.
Battery acid.
Then I could just be done with
Then
it.
Hairspray.
Your deadline would no longer be a concern.
That's right.
What were you
I
working
would
on
sleep.
so late at the office?
My show.
But were you editing? Were you
Yes.
okay?
Oh, you
so-
edit the show too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, honey.
Dinner Party
Yeah,
Download. Tell us a little bit. How
Yeah.
long has it been on, and how is it working with a partner? Because I work with a partner, and it's
Who?
just delightful.
I'm gonna beat her up.
There are times when we want to beat each other up. It's hard though because Brendan, this is a secret to some
Yeah.
people that we don't try to hide if anyone asks. He's in New York.
Shut up.
He is located in New York City.
LDR.
You're
long
blowing
distance radio.
My mind right now.
Really?
I picture you guys. I mean, everyone pictures radio a certain way.
Yeah.
I picture you guys in a little sound booth.
Now I'm really gonna blow your mind. So Terry Gross, Fresh Air. My understanding, I don't know that this is absolutely sure. I didn't get this from Terry Gross, but my understanding is that she never ever is in the studio with the people that she's talking to.
Fresh air.
Even
up.
if they're in Philadelphia,
No.
she puts them in a different studio.
I thought that they were holding hands with locked eyes the
Nope.
entire show.
There was a
Out
kiss
sharing-
every now and then.
I
Sharing
mean,
strawberries.
it seems like she would just bore into your soul.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I guess I have no choice. You've mined a well, and now I've got my secrets gush forth.
Yeah,
for
that's
you
how
to do.
good she is,
Can
though.
I
She
do
doesn't
this?
even see the person. She
I'm
gets
Terry
that.
Gross. Fresh air. And this is fresh air.
You know what I want to do? I'm going to go as her for Halloween, and I'll be like, "What's your costume?" And I'll just say "fresh air," and then
Terry
I'll be like
Gross.
the easiest.
So you can wear anything you want, basically.
Yeah.
Pretty much. 'Cause
No one
who
knows.
what she looks like.
Maybe carry a microphone and have like a headset on.
Yeah,
That's it.
And then and when people are like, "Oh, that's a cool costume," then I'll be like, "What inspired your costume?"
Yeah. Now, when you were thinking about just what your costume
Yeah,
meant,
this is the best. It's not even October, but I'm set.
you're done.
I
You
don't.
guys got it.
I don't have to make a bikini mummy this
No.
year
Can I
again.
be your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Named. Oh my God, what's his name?
Are you making
Terry
up
Gross-
boyfriends for Terry Gross? right
Yeah,
now?
but
She's
because
a
I want
married
her
woman, I
boyfriend.
think.
No. Her
Yeah.
boyfriend's got to be
She's not. She's
from Lake Wobegon.
Oh no.
I love him.
I think that would be an interesting match
Garrison
because I know
Keillor?
he's very tall and I think she's diminutive.
Just he sounds like Darth Vader, but he has the mind of a poet. Do you know he has the voice of a villain, but the mind of a
Interesting.
he's so intimate. You know, doing radio versus podcast. Do you feel like you I don't know. Do you feel like you have to have a radio voice, but on a podcast you can be disgusting like us, or like voice wise? Like, do you develop your voice for radio?
I don't know.
He
See,
says
I
in a
feel like
silky
anything
voice.
I feel like anything I say now is going to sound self-aggrandizing. I kind of, like I always had this voice.
Oh Lord.
I just always was naturally radio friendly.
Do you get worried that you're on like a high class radio
Operation?
station and you have to say not talk terrible things like I do and use big
We have
words?
to think
good job,
really. I'm very jealous of you guys getting to say your F words and your. And
I
your
need to stop. I
spank
say
jokes.
it too much.
You do a lot of that, right? F words and spank jokes. That's pretty much what podcasts
We talk
are.
about
Yeah.
girdles.
I do curse too much. I think we do.
We do curse a lot.
You don't. It's not too much.
Really?
It's just enough. I
Never
wish.
seen
I
another.
desperately wish that I could do it.
Yeah, I
do,
know.
and
Right
we
now.
do, and we really have to think about the other thing that's weird is that because we come out regularly every week and there's like other news surrounding us. We have to think about what the other news of the day is and how that could be impacting on it. And there's been several times. This is not fun at all topic, but I do think it's important to say there have
get
been
deep.
several times where we've had to alter the show because there was some offhand reference to a gun and there was a shooting.
Well, just from now on, heads up, just don't have any more references to guns because
That's-
there's going to be a shooting every other day.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, you're
that's
like,
that's what America has come to. I can't make jokes about guns because people are actually getting shot. all
Where
the
are they?
time.
What about
have-
my joke rights? I don't care about your gun rights.
Yeah.
Where are my joke rights?
That's
First
true.
Amendment.
Let's rewrite that fucking
I
constitution.
mean, like, if there's one Michael Jackson dying reference, you're like, that's one episode you have to edit. But for this, it's going to be just an ongoing
yeah, it's an
problem.
ongoing self-censorship.
What's your
Thanks
favorite?
to crazy people.
What's your favorite curse word?
If we can get inside
Say
the
it.
actor's teepee.
Well, no, I mean, it would be fuck. But the problem is that I've seen enough inside the actor studio to know that's what everybody
Oh,
says.
is that a
and I
thing?
feel really
Yeah,
lame.
inside the actor, James Lipton. He and Garrison Keillor fanfic.
Oh, sexy.
James Lipton and Garrison Keillor
Okay, let's ask another.
tenderly caressing each other's faces.
No.
Shut up.
Thanks for
I
putting
love
that
it.
into
No.
my brain.
Eating oysters together.
It's not right.
Breathing.
You had to quit your life and start all over.
Oh, man.
And like, what would it look like?
These are good
Like
questions.
reasonably. Like you
I'd
can't be like, I am a biologist all of a sudden.
First, I would be way more pumped than I am because I would be getting a lot more sleep and be able to go to the gym.
Okay. So you'd be ripped.
And by that, I wouldn't be ripped. I'm like, people can't see me, but if I was twice as pumped, I would be like an average human being.
He's shredded, you guys. He's got his neck is like the circumference is astounding.
yeah, we're sitting outside the teepee because his neck is taking up most of it.
Yeah.
He's drinking a protein shake right
A
now.
lot of people don't know that I'm also naked right now. I'm just like really.
It's so hot in here, you
This
guys.
is the naked from the waist down teepee.
It's incredible how many muscles I have on my feet.
It's the worst slumber party ever.
I would be a photographer. But here's the problem: like, do I also get to recast the world around me, or
You get to
just
move.
my life?
You get to move.
No, I mean, like, can I alter the world? Because the thing is that you can't make any money as a photographer
Yeah.
anymore because everybody can take a.
Okay,
fucking
let's say you
awesome
can
photo.
do whatever you want.
and be safe and have a home.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'd be a photographer, like a traveling photographer, and because I've been a writer all my life, and I
Yeah.
still write all the time, and I'm sick of words. You guys.
What would your subject be?
Oh, like people, like what every kind of high school person thinks they're going to be when they go and see a Cartier-Bresson exhibit at the museum. It's like, I'm going to be that guy.
Are you
I'm
sick
gonna
of-
shoe leather it around the world, and I'm going to like meet people in India and take
their
photos of
portraits.
them.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
beautiful children in different countries.
You want to capture people's souls in a way that will move other people's
Yes.
souls.
What did he call it? The ideal moment, something like that. That's what I'd do. That would be my job, capturing the ideal moment.
And you'd stop. You would never write a word again.
That's what I say now. I'd probably get bored of photography after a while. Then I'd be like, I just can't wait to write.
You're like
and then I'd
always-
be back here, and then you'd be like, what if you could recast your life again? And that's
I
called
wanna
karma.
be. Yeah.
And you're like, I'd be in radio because I could wear pajamas to work and eat
Yeah.
Oreos with cheese in them.
And I could look like shit because I'm not a public figure, like visually.
Yeah. But I'd have an Instagram.
Right.
What is your Instagram? Give it a shout out.
Oh yeah, thank you. At Rico Galliano. But the problem is no one knows how to spell Galliano.
I have no idea how to spell your last name.
Silent G in there. Gagliano.
Do you get people calling you Gagliano?
Yep.
What happened in school? Were you cool in school or were you
let's not talk about it.
really? No, let's talk about
Where are
it.
you from?
Okay.
Did people call you Gaggies or what?
They called me Frico. That was fun.
Frico, for real? Oh,
But
Frico. Rico.
Here's the other
Oh.
thing. Rico is a nickname. My real name is Francis Enrico Galliano.
That's a great name.
Now it's a great name.
Yeah.
Back then it would be like, Rico, you're Frico. And I'd be like, that's not even my real name. They'd be like, what is it? I'd be like, Francis. And they'd be like, Francis.
Oh my god.
I had a great time when Pee-wee's movie came out.
Do you think it's possible to name your child anything without them hating it?
Yeah, there's a Saturday Night Live routine about that.
God damn it.
And the guy's last name is Aswipe. Is the punchline at the end. They're trying to get the kid to have a good first name, but
Yeah.
he's
No.
screwed from the start.
Georgia, what did people call
Oh,
you?
fuck yeah. Well, Georgia Hard Fart, first of all.
Yep.
Which is, it's funny. Legit. It's okay. You can, it's
I
funny.
can't believe I know you as well as I do and I've never called you that.
I've said it to you before, haven't I?
I don't know.
And I got called every state in the world because kids
Oh.
are so clever. Like,
trying to say.
hey, Alabama. Like,
Oh,
it was so dumb.
Alabama Hard Fart would be
Alabama
like,
Hard Fart.
That's a great porn
Yep.
name.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a
my
very
porn name.
niche. It's a niche porn name, but you could do it.
What would you get called, Alie?
I got called Alie Wart,
Oh yeah.
but I had warts
Easy.
all over my face, so it had nothing to do with my
But
last name.
the doctors called you that, not
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
kids. Got it.
The Wart Clinic people called me that. No, I got Alie. Yeah, I got Alie Wart.
Alie Ward. So yeah, like that's Alie Ward is a very normal name, yet somehow these little shitheads thought of a way to make fun of you.
I was a minute and a half away from being Elizabeth, but at the last moment, my mom changed it to Allison because she realized that my uncle would call me like lizard breath and just all kinds
Your
of
uncle
stuff.
sounds like a dick.
Yeah.
He is. He actually continues to
worst
be
uncle.
one. So
Really?
Is he the uncle with the sock puppet that is kind of racist?
that is correct.
What are you
Don't worry about
talking
it.
about?
We don't.
Oh, I'm
He's
sorry.
A character.
That's
We're
a
not supposed to talk
sentence
about that.
I've
He's
never
a
heard.
character. He's got a racist sock puppet.
He's like Job.
do.
He's like Job from Arrested Development, but real.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm learning things.
Yeah.
We all
Have
are.
you been to therapy before?
I have.
What were you popular? Were you girls popular?
Oh God, no.
No.
I was a goth. I would spend.
Goths can be popular,
But even
within
younger
their
than that,
world.
we were both very awkward with. I had a perm. Alie had curly hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were both very awkward.
But I do feel like there comes a point, like if you were a goth, yeah, you might have been an outcast, but now you get to like post photos of that on Throwback Thursdays
Yeah.
and be like, oh my God, aren't I crazy?
Yeah.
Except I'm pretty awesome.
Yeah, except I knew what
because
Jane's Addiction was
That's
when
right.
I was
way into The Cure and everybody else.
I'm
was
talking like
Springsteen.
pre-7th grade. No.
Like before you could dye your hair and be
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Once I
No.
started dyeing my hair, I was like, this is my don't fuck with me badge.
Right.
But I was also like, I'm very scared of normal people because you guys seem like you have it all
Yeah,
together.
you don't like me. Were you?
Oh my God.
I'm
Were you
guessing
a
no.
big dork?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
all were. We're just like getting
had
back
zero
at
friends.
that
Yeah.
now, right?
Now I don't know. So what is it? This is something else that I learned. Actually, we interviewed Jenny Slate on the show this week.
God, I love her.
Unbelievable. But it was really interesting because it was talking about why comedians, stand-up comedians like her and Mark Maron, they've both kind of been in movies or TV shows recently where they talk about how comedians have to talk about their private lives publicly and how that causes all sorts of problems in their private lives because they're talking about their boyfriends and girlfriends.
Yeah.
And she said that it was like, we've all heard the thing of like, look at me, look at me, look at me, don't look at me from performers. But she very specifically was like, I need to be up on stage and I want to make friends with everybody, but I want them to be friends with the real me. That's why she has to tell the truth on stage. Like she has to bear things on stage.
I love that.
But then she wants to be able to like not have to hang out with them
Yeah.
afterwards. And I think that may be what's going on with us because look, they can't even see our freaking faces right now.
Yeah.
now.
Well, people think that they know you really well, though, like Jenny Slate, and then they can approach you and
Yeah,
like
'cause
we
of-
would be best friends. We're like, well, and she's like, I don't want to be your friend.
I guess people forget that
She said
Jenny
that to
Slate
me.
doesn't know dick about them.
Right.
And also does not care. You know what I
Literally.
mean? Like,
She was very nice.
I mean, you just can't care about everyone's childhood.
That
That's there's like a membrane that can only be semi-permeable.
It would
Except
be
you guys,
hard.
I think she would really like me.
Yeah.
She'd be totes.
I'll hook you guys up. We're best friends now because I
Okay.
talked to her for 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. I think that it's also that a lot of us that are trying so hard, we're nerds, and all the people who were like, cool, we were popular and everything was fine for us, have babies and are married now.
Yeah, you know
right?
the big secret of the world is
What?
the dorks end up getting to create and run things, and then all the popular people just end up as real estate agents.
For now,
You know what I mean?
That is why there's so many real estate
Yeah,
agents.
Kind of.
or
Oh, that's true.
but yes, or investment bankers.
Sure.
or have
with all
reality
the
shows.
cash.
Well, no, not even. I mean, maybe, but even those people, I think it takes a broken soul to have your own reality show. Like, you have to be broken in order to, and I can say this as someone who has a show about her own life. But do you know what I mean? Like, there has to be a big.
Wish
a
tripping
deep-
out was our own life,
I know.
actually.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
that-
Tripping out is there is some fabrication in that, but
Oh man, I'm
have-
so jealous of you guys. By the way, about
you.
that show. of
Thank
yours.
you.
it was pretty great.
You're like, I know. I'll go to places.
Yep, we go to
Yeah.
places. We go on vacation for a job. Have
Hate
you guys
you.
ever thought on Dinner Party Download of taking that to TV? Or are you guys firmly going to stay in radio? What do you
I would
think?
love, there have been people that have offered it to us. It's really weird because I don't know. I used to write for TV. And
Really? For what?
Yeah, oh God, are we gonna go there?
Yes.
Go,
It's
go,
so
go.
not
You're
good.
in the TP.
I'm gonna. You guys will love this, but I can't stomach it. It was one of them was Undressed, the MTV show.
Oh my
Remember?
God. You
I
were
think
over it?
that won
Here's
for
gonna
worst
blow-
TV show ever, right?
It's pretty close.
But I mean, it was a big cultural movement, though.
It wa- Thanks for trying to
It
make me
was.
feel better about it. No, but here's two things that are interesting about that show. Produced by Roland Jaffe, director of The Killing Fields.
What?
For real, executive producer. His whole thing was like, he was British. That's why I'm doing a British accent, not because all producers are British in my
fine.
mind.
You're wearing a monocle.
We're going to bring like a sexual revolution to America. They're not even going to notice. They're going to think it's a stupid television show, but really we're going to be altering people's sexual behaviors.
You did.
And maybe it did. Things have changed since I did that show.
Really?
People are, well, look, the next shows MTV did were 16 and pregnant, so you clearly had an impact.
We certainly
Like-
changed MTV for the better.
Yeah, knocked up
Yeah, good job,
teens.
Rico.
Did it, you guys?
Tell us the
I
truth.
remember that, though. I
Is there
remember
going
that
to be no TV show? Is Brendan ugly? Tell us the truth.
No, he's a personable and good-looking gentleman.
Because
And
you
very
guys,
fashionable.
I could see your live show turning into like a IFC show. Or something.
Yeah, I think it would have to be a live show somehow because I think doing our show somehow like I can't exactly explain why, but somehow as a radio show, it still feels kind of like funny, but I hope smart, you know, or
Yeah, it
intelligent,
is.
at least thoughtful in some way. But I kind of feel like if you put it on TV, it would just become like any talk show,
Yeah. Well,
which is weird.
either way, I get executive producer credit because I just said that. So
Yeah, I agree.
whatever.
I forgot about
I
that
get to be a
contract.
PA. I get to be a PA in
Yep.
charge of all the granola bars.
Yes, get good
Great.
ones, Allie.
Yeah, you're like, where'd they go?
Get those
Like,
chia
leave me
bars. I love
alone.
those
Okay.
chia seed bars.
None, and a lot of Oreo cookies and cheeses.
So many of them.
If you
I love
bring
this
that.
new job as a PA, you guys. That's
a lot.
what's been your worst job in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Your worst. Because speaking of being a snack PA, which I was
That
for
was-
several years,
was.
you know, a call sheet, if you guys have ever worked in the film industry, if you haven't, a call sheet goes out every day to tell you all the people who are going to be working. And the very important people are at the top, the talent, the executive producers. As you go down the list, you get less and less important. And I was below like toilet emptier on the Winnebago. Like I was the last
Snack
As a
girl.
PA?
As I was not even a real PA, I was a snack PA. I was craft service. So it was like
That's
if
the
I
most
died,
important job.
if I died, no one would care. Like it was the bottom.
I've got to say though,
That's
Allie
just-
is very good at chopping things.
Thank you.
man.
Because of that.
I'm pretty
That's
good
where
at
she learned it.
creating.
And
yeah.
she makes really beautiful like trays of food.
Oh,
I do
man.
my best.
Good
I had
job.
to. I had to.
Where
do these
where is
things.
that right now?
There's some goat cheese
There
and
was a
some
tray of-
sliced pears
It's
on my
not
table.
inside the teepee. I can't
Zilch.
leave the teepee.
Because
right
you know
now.
why?
We've been
Because-
talking for like a half
know.
an hour.
Because someone
I'm
put on
famished.
iTunes, I like this podcast, but I hate the sound of these girls eating.
Is that true?
Yes, I swear to
true.
God.
This is weird.
We listen, you guys.
That's very nice of you. We got a letter from a listener who actually said that she had, oh man, I'm going to forget the name of this. She has a condition that it actually like
Yes.
the sound of
Yeah.
eating. Do you know what it's
It's
called?
It's like
Eating.
ASM or something. It's when and like a brain. It's like a
Yeah.
brain shudder. They call it a brain gasm.
What?
And it's an audit. It's like you hear rustling or you hear whispering sounds, and it just makes your whole body tingle. And I forget it's called ASM or something.
That sounds pleasant. What she was describing seemed like you would think that you'd be like, eat as much as you can,
Like a
so I
high
can have brain
sensitivity.
gasms constantly.
right.
Seems like it must have been something else because she was like, we eat on our show every week.
Oh, you do?
We have a food segment
right,
on the
yeah.
show every week where we eat something, and it's like the money shot at the end of every one of these is like, that's delicious. But we actually have to cut the masticating sounds now out for this one listener because she like can't handle it.
Get your mastication out of my ear hole. Am I right? Wait. So what's been your worst job?
Oh man. I mean, the thing is that this is actually kind of like a lot of people would want to have this job because it's a good entry level job. But I was the the writer's assistant on Mad About You.
That's
The
not
sitcom.
bad.
It is cool to say,
Yeah.
but to do sucked badly.
Really?
Is
Was
the
it just-
person terrible that you worked for?
Yes.
Got it.
And I don't remember his name, so that's good for
Okay,
everybody. Probably if I ever want to work in Hollywood again, because
You know-
I think he was pretty powerful.
I was an extra for a while.
How'd that go?
Never talked about that. I was on Dharma and Greg in the background once.
It is awesome.
And Clueless, the TV show Clueless.
Girl.
In the background in a bathing suit.
What? We
This
have
is
never
like
discussed this.
99, 98, 99.
This is your TV career coming to light. That
I don't know why I
knew
never
about.
talked. I never.
Did you want to be an actress?
No, I wanted to be in the industry somehow.
And you kind of wanted to be close to it.
Yeah, and so I sat in the background for 14 hours a day and ate hard-boiled eggs.
I was going to say, how was the craft service?
Craft service sucked. But have you ever
See?
done it?
And now you
have
say,
I done it?
I was
Right?
the craft service person on Dharma and Greg.
Do you want to know? I never worked on Dharma and Greg, but I worked on these. I would work on commercial shoots, and for extras, their craft service was like prison grade.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I had to do craft service on a Burger King commercial in a stadium full of all these hooligan extras.
Ironic.
And the head craft service girl, I was her assistant, so I was below the craft
my
service
gosh.
girl. You guys.
Yeah.
She's like, we got to make Gatorade for these
Oh,
fuckers, or
you
else they're
told
going
me
to
this.
die of dehydration. So we took a Gatorade thing. We took a big, those things that you dump on a coach when you win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A barrel. You pour the water in, you pour the mix in, and then when no one's looking,
No.
you stir it with your arm.
Wow.
How gross.
Yep.
Makes it salty.
Sure does.
That is-
Because you don't have any paddle. You would need a boat oar to stir it. And you stir it with your arm because extras on a commercial they're like cattle. They're like prisoners.
Holy God. I wonder how many people
Oh.
you made ill.
I think I did that once and I did it with a lot of shame. And then I was like,
Did you
"Can I-"
wash your hands first? No.
I was like, where?
Where? Okay, I have a question because of pertains to this.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done in the name of dieting?
Yeah. Other than
Dieting.
taking your speculums and giving it to your sponsor.
Yes.
Or-
that wasn't crazy. That was wise.
Or a workout obsession or like some kind of staying fit obsession?
I don't.
Because you want to get ripped. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be normal, you guys.
We all know that you want to flex it up.
What? That's so weird. I mean,
You've
there was
never,
a place.
if you can't think of anything you've done in the name of dieting, I'm going to hashtag yes all women you right now because come on.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't, in the name of diet, in the name of working out, I will say this is kind of weird. I wanted, so it was my second. Have you guys ever been to Burning Man?
No.
See, I knew that was
I
gonna
love
happen.
that you have.
Do I have white lady dreadlocks?
I know.
Please tell us about what happened on the playa.
Listen, I know you
Namaste.
guys.
I love it.
I was working out a lot of geek issues by going to Burning Man for many years, but I had a great time. People who diss it without having been there, I got maybe a little less respect than I had before I entered the TP for.
I'm not dissing it. I am fascinated.
I have nothing
is-
but like steampunk slap bass happening in the back of my head. Like it's just.
I remember when steampunk hit the playa. That's how old school I am.
I can't even imagine goggles
remember
on your head.
I remember pre-steampunk
Wow.
playa.
Okay,
Mad
tell us
respect.
what happened.
Well, no, it was just like I went for the first year, and it was kind of like, oh, I need to be stronger because I can't like even build a tent. So next year I'm going to work out. So I was working out in retrospect an insane amount. Like I think I
call
was
bullshit
working
on
out
this?
like 6 days a week so that I would be strong enough to
That
be
I'm
able
calling-
to like do anything.
No, I'm calling
What?
all of the bullshit.
On what?
You were not doing it so you could lift a tent.
So
You're,
that could be
you're
hot for the
not
ladies?
wearing a shirt for 7 days
I was
in front of
wearing
a bunch of
shirts.
half-naked ladies who are like, I'm here for maybe a three-way. You weren't doing it so you could lift a water jug. Like you were absolutely bullshitting us right now.
Is this true, Rico?
That might have been a byproduct of
Okay.
wanting to be useful to the community.
Sure.
You guys.
Sure.
I'm
But thank you
impressed.
for impugning my.
You might be the first person we've ever had who's in the TP who's been at Burning Man.
Who's
Has
admitted
Steve
to
Agee?
it.
That's true.
No, he maybe has been. So what did you do
You're
to
in
get
Southern
buff?
California. Everybody's been Burning Man.
What did you do to get buff 6 days a week?
I just went to the gym, yo. I went and I worked out. I worked out at the same gym that Ricky Lake was at.
I love her.
I remember that. Yeah, it was kind of cool. But I just did like lots of. What are we talking about?
Did you?
I
Did you?
lots
Were
of
you like,
treadmill.
I love the way I look? And then after, like September 7th, when Burning Man is over, were you like
Pizzas.
snacks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like your taxes. Like your taxes
Yeah.
are due, but you've got to be buff. You have to start
Yeah.
getting buff in June for September Burning Man. Was there a cycle?
There might have been a cycle.
What's the most fucked up thing that ever happened at Burning Man when you were there?
Oh, the most fucked up thing.
I think
well, I
people
mean, like I was
cannibalize each
there.
other.
I was there. I knew people that put, the actual Burning Man has neon on him.
Yeah.
And I was there. You probably did hear about this because it was kind of the ridiculous national news because I guess nothing was happening
Yeah.
that summer. But somebody burned the man early.
Oh yeah, on
They set him on
purpose.
fire on Monday. He's supposed to be set on fire on Saturday. And so I'm friends with a lot of the people that put the neon on the man. So they'd put all this neon on him, and then they had to spend the rest of Burning Man basically doing it again, only in horrible conditions with a million people around.
What a
But
bummer.
That was pretty crazy. And what's funny about it is that a lot of people thought about that at Burning Man. It was always like, what if we because there's a huge prankster community there that is always trying to poke fun at the fact that they're even there.
Yeah, it's
so everybody would be
mischievous.
like, wouldn't it be hilarious if we burned the man on Monday? Then what would they do? And some guy actually did it, and everyone was like, actually, that's not cool.
Did
Yeah.
they murder him?
It was pretty. There was some weirdness about it.
Oh, shit.
I think that guy. I hesitate to say
banned.
further. I think that guy may be dead now.
He's
Probably dead.
86. It reminds me of the time when we went to a UCB and Upright Citizens Brigade New Year's party, and Georgia's date at the time, her now not someone she's dating, like 11:52, started going 10, 9, and then everyone chanted, and then everyone realized that no, it was 8 more minutes, and he did it 2, 3 more times. And I've never hated a boyfriend of yours. I've never been given such bitch face to anyone you've dated, but I was like, I get
Yeah.
that this is comedians, but did you meet anyone at Burning Man that you became friends with? Like,
yeah.
Really? So you met some cool people. I think
Huge numbers of people. I was in a comedy troupe, the Ministry of Unknown Science, and I met all of them at Burning Man.
Oh wow.
what is that?
The
Is it
Ministry of
science?
Unknown
Is it science comedy?
It was science-themed comedy.
I'm into this.
That is correct. It was
cool.
really great. And then after we'd been doing it for about a year and a half, there was a show, a BBC show. What was it called? Do you guys know? Because
No.
you're funny people who do go
Whose
to
line is it
UCB.
anyway?
No, the other one.
Roseanne.
Nope. It was-
No idea.
I can't remember.
Larry King.
Oh, All You Know? I can't remember, but it was exactly the same thing. It was this kind of guys wearing lab coats doing bizarre comedy kind of thing.
Thunder Steelers.
Hey, who's your internet crush? Like, not like you don't have to.
I don't know
not
what
that you want to
that
make out
means.
with, but
What
like
does that mean?
that means like someone who you always like to follow online. and you're like,
Someone
this
whose
person
Instagram
always
you really like. Maybe it's a dog that you're like, I love this poodle.
like
I do-
Marty the dog.
This is going to be really boring, but there is somebody, a friend of mine was like, you like Amsterdam, you should follow this person on Instagram who's in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
She has like 5 million followers,
Oh my
and the
gosh.
reason is because all the people like me who really love Amsterdam are basically like, it's Amsterdam porn, so it's like every single day it's like tulips and like a bicycle chained to something
Oh,
super
Lord.
cute, and like somebody eating a ball of dough with powdered sugar on it, like they eat over there, eating tiny mugs of beer, and I kind of cry and smile at the
What's it
same
called?
time. I can't remember.
Okay,
It just
we'll
shows
look
up,
for
but
it.
I know it as soon as I see it. It's like
Go to
there's some
Rico's Instagram.
cobblestones.
See who you follow.
Yeah.
How
Yes.
many people do you follow on Instagram? Like a grip or just like a couple?
What is it?
Like a
What?
grip is a ton.
Oh,
Or do you
okay.
just have like 24 people that you like?
I have, I think I follow like 360 or something. I'm kind of new to Instagram. I've got fewer followers than I have followees.
That's okay. That's a decent grip that you follow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Allie,
good.
do you like anyone new on Instagram?
You guys are crazy, by the way, on Instagram.
Thank
It's
you,
crazy. You
Allie.
guys are like, here's a toothpick. The whole internet blows up.
That's
the
why
reason
it's
for it.
disappointing when you post something and it gets like 32 hits, likes, and you're like, oh, nobody liked this.
No.
If I got 32 hits, I would be so happy.
It's you're chasing the dragon though, because then you're like,
Yeah.
"Ugh, I'm only getting like 10 likes a second. This sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
really,
And
it's
you're never
good.
satisfied. You're never satisfied.
It's
You're
heroin.
Like, you're like, once you hit 1,000 likes, you're like, anything that gets under 1,000 likes is a garbage
I've
picture.
never gotten a
I don't
1,000
feel
likes.
really bad for you though.
I mean, I've gotten it once, and now I've been chasing that high for like 2 months. But I think
What was it, by the way? What
Yeah.
It was
got
a
you?
picture of me and Georgia announcing that we got a pilot deal, which we found out
Oh,
today
that's
that our pilot isn't going forward.
So
and
are
we're
we
like,
talking about that?
we're like, that's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, it's
we
good.
found out today. We're like, we'll figure it out.
That has happened to me and many people I know. It's
Yeah.
lots of good people get rejected over
When you
and
live in
over.
Los Angeles, everyone has pilots, and it's just. I wish there was like a section in the car area of the store that's like, sorry, your pilot didn't get picked up. It's
is
like a
great.
miscarriage. It's like a professional miscarriage.
Yeah.
Some people talk about it openly. Some people are just like, I never want to think
We're
about
gonna get
it.
hate mail for that.
No, but
No,
it's
I mean it's a well. The
true.
thing is, and anyone who wants to send me hate mail about the analogy between a miscarriage and a pilot. First off, have a TV show, sell a TV show, shoot it, and have it not picked up, and also have a miscarriage, and then talk to me about it. Okay, if you've only had one, then don't tell me I'm wrong, because putting so much expectation, 9 months of your life, sometimes 4 months, sometimes not, and not knowing if it's going to alter your future. I
Yeah.
understand. I'm just saying it's not as bad as miscarriage, because nothing is as bad as
get
that.
it.
But it's a lot of hope and expectation, and then a little bit of mourning.
Yes, it's a metaphor.
And just for the
But
record,
it makes
miscarriages are the worst.
Everyone
Pilots
hates them.
not getting picked up
Is
are
that your
pretty
fuck
bad.
bet?
How about
Thanks,
a ghost
guys.
story? How about a ghost story? Or an alien story? Yeah.
get a ghost or an alien story. Well, here, here's my semi-alien story that is true.
Okay.
It was the one of 4 times that I've ever taken acid.
Oh no.
This would have been number 1 was the best thing that ever happened ever. Trip number 1. Number 2, which is what this is about, thankfully was the opposite of that, which is good because I probably would have been just an acid fried burnout.
Yeah.
So it was a good thing. Fate intervened. So at one point, when things are starting to turn, it was like a pretty fun time, but like it got to that point in the night where I started being like, why doesn't that girl like me? And then I looked in the mirror, it was terrible. So like I was sitting up to get away from everybody, which is also a great thing to do when you're starting to spiral into your little
Yeah.
self-hate thing. It's just to get away from people that could possibly pull you out of it. Go to the attic.
Yeah,
That's a
give you
great
orange
idea.
slices and like tell you a story.
Pat your
Nope,
back.
nope. Get away from all help. That's important.
Got it.
So you go to the top of the house, the attic of the house, where there's just one window, and maybe you're sitting up there and you're looking, and there is a light in the distance, and it's getting bigger, and it's heading right towards you, and you're really checking and double checking. Is this a hallucination? But it's kind of too late in the trip for it to be a hallucination. This is the more emotional part of the trip. There's no more spirals and like things talking to you. That's a real dot that I'm seeing, and it's getting brighter and brighter in the dawn horizon, and it's getting closer and closer. And then I start going, oh my God. And a friend comes running upstairs, and I'm pointing, and I'm like, am I hallucinating that? And he's like, no, you're not. I'm like, what is going on? What could that be? If a UFO comes down while I'm tripping on acid,
Yeah, worst.
I'm going to lose my shit, you guys.
Yeah, that is bad timing.
So it comes, and just, I swear the barest fraction of a second that it could possibly do it, it goes over the house, and it turns out it was a helicopter.
Oh my god.
But that helicopter was flying like 30 feet off of the ground. What the hell was that
I would then get
helicopter
paranoid
doing?
that they were coming for me.
Yeah, right. Black helicopters would be your next.
Sure.
Did you not hear the thundering of the blades?
No.
That's weird.
I don't know why. Maybe it was an experimental helicopter.
Where was
piloted
this?
by aliens and ghosts.
And they were like, let's only show ourselves to people on acid so no one will ever believe them when they tell that story
it's
in
like
a
the
TV
Bill Murray of helicopters.
podcast. Yeah.
You
In
know
and
what I'm
out.
saying?
Made an impression.
I love
Sang
it.
at your bachelor party. Wait, did you what part of the town, what part of America were you living in?
That was Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Did they have a lot of
My
helicopters here?
hometown. Not that many. I mean, they had like Life Flight and all that stuff. Maybe that's what it was.
But do you believe in helicopters and ghosts, or
I
only
believe in ghost helicopters. Ghostocopters, as I call them.
ghostocopters?
Really, helicopters, and those things, look at them. They can't really be real.
Helicopters?
Yeah, no one's actually
You know,
ghosted them.
everyone says they've seen a helicopter, and I'm like,
Oh, I'm using this to tell you the traffic report. Whatever.
sure. So
That's
you
a
don't
drone.
do you not believe in ghosts?
I don't know. I've never seen a ghost, but I am creeped out by really good ghost stories. So maybe somewhere in my mind, I think they could happen. I'm less freaked out about ghosts than I am about like real things like serial killers and things like that. Never got people that are into serial killer movies.
Well, the worst thing about serial killers is they make ghosts. They are ghost
Oh my God,
makers.
they're like double trouble.
Yeah, they're like, I made 13 ghosts
Yeah.
before they caught me.
Now they're coming.
That's the worst.
And I'm going to kill you too now, and you're going to be a ghost.
Totally, because if I got killed by a serial killer, hell yeah, I'd hunt some. I'd haunt some stuff.
Totally.
That's the main reason to throw serial killers in jail because of their ghost
They
making
made all those
abilities.
ghosts.
They make
Yep.
oh, that's such a dick
It's
move.
like drug dealers. Like you're making this worse for all of us.
Never thought about that.
I know. So think about it before you serial kill some people, you guys.
Like I don't want to add more
right.
ghosts to this problem of ghosts that we already have. Like I'm going to be part of the solution by not killing people.
Let's ease off.
Do it for the ghost.
Hey, let's do fuck that.
Yeah,
we
okay,
always
so-
end this.
So fuck that. Fuck that's a game that we play, and it's two things. One thing that you love so much that you would you want to fuck it. You would lay it down, and you would look in its eyes, and you would fuck that. And then another thing that you hate so much that it can fuck right off. We're going to start with negative because it's always a good thing to
And on the
lead with
positive.
negative. And we know that you have a negative heavy roster.
Yeah.
Do you want us?
In fact, I'm really realizing that I think I blew my love thing with Amsterdam.
There's nothing.
That's what I really wanted.
Amsterdam is the only thing on earth that you
I
love.
wanna
the
take
only
it down.
light in your life.
Yep. Rest is
Puppies,
all.
fuck them.
The rest is all what I'm about to talk about.
Running water, don't care.
Okay, Alie, what do you hate?
Do you know
One
wanna
thing
fuck
I hate
running water.
so much, I feel like this is so dumb.
Go.
I just,
Last week mine was like, my back hurts.
oh yeah, I did too much yoga.
Oh my God, I hate myself. Okay, go.
No, it's the dumbest ever.
What?
My laundry. I can't deal
Yeah.
with it. I
Can't get
hate
on top of it.
I hate it. I spent like a sweaty hour matching socks this afternoon or this Sunday, and I just every time I have to do it, I get so angry, and I want to wear a toga. I don't want to deal with
The
it.
problem is that someday in our lives we'll live in a house that has a fucking washer and dryer.
I'm sorry, you're not speaking a language that I
I
comprehend.
know.
Well, part of that is I live in an apartment building, so I have to wrangle quarters. And there's something really, really embarrassing about going to the bank and being like, could you give me some quarters? Because there's almost nothing
totally.
you get quarters for that's dignified.
No.
unless you're going to unless you're like, can you get me some arcade quarters?
Yeah.
But when you're getting quarters as a grown up, it's like you have to feed
Arcade
this.
quarters are super dignified. Like I just don't think of a guy,
Yeah, right?
a guy in a tux.
That is weird.
Fred Astaire. Excuse me.
pardon
I'd
me.
like to play some Hubert.
Centipedes got my
Yeah, laundry sucks. You can never get on top
hate
of it
it.
unless you're a normal human being who has a fucking laundry room in their house,
Yeah.
which we are not.
That's a pretty shitty. I mean, my fuck that last week was like the machine that created misogyny, like the global cultural problem of just like lady rape.
Well,
and this week I'm like, I matched socks.
Ladies doing
gotta-
laundry is a problem we have with the hierarchy
with these that goddamn
Yeah.
hierarchy.
Things.
If guys would just step up, maybe you wouldn't have to do
Yeah.
the
If
If a
goddamn
ghost
laundry.
man would come in here and do like you know what, ghost, make yourself useful.
I refuse. When I had my first boyfriend I lived with, I refused to do his laundry because I was like, I'm a woman and I won't. So he just had laundry
Yeah,
everywhere.
they're symbols.
Yeah.
They're symbols.
Now I don't care as much.
That's the dumbest fuck that. I mean, I'm sorry I don't have a better one. I'm sure
That's
I'll come
fine.
to hate something within the next couple of minutes. What about you?
My fuck that is that you know how bad I look when I'm sleeping, Alie?
I don't know what you are talking about.
I look bad enough that Alie and I have had to make a pact that she will no longer take photos of me while I'm sleeping, just for our friendship's sake.
I had
What
to stop,
happens?
and it was so hard.
I look terrifying.
Georgia does this thing when she falls asleep that she's dead to the world, but she does it in a way that her nose is all the way vertical,
Yeah.
pointing skyward, and her mouth is as open as it can get without unhinging.
Yeah.
And she looks,
I know it.
And my hair, like, I'm just not pretty in the morning.
it's so great.
My hair goes crazy.
I don't believe it.
Thank you very much.
You
but
just
it's something
relax
that
to
I'm
the
okay
max.
with. Guess what? I found
What?
out today. I
What?
need a night guard. So it's going to be even better now.
Oh, because you grind your teeth?
Yes.
Me
But,
too.
Do you?
Yes.
But I think I do it during the day, like in traffic.
Really?
I don't even think
You
I
need a
do it
day
at night.
guard.
Allie, you're horrified.
This is big news. You need a night guard?
Yeah.
How is that going to impact your whole life? You
don't
have
know.
to sleep with like a football situation?
It's not like that. Well,
It's
yeah.
not so bad.
Maybe
likes
it's
them.
not as bad as I think.
It's not quite as bad. You get
Okay.
used to it after a while.
It's a small little plastic. It's small.
I thought it was like a football guard.
No. It's not like a.
I thought it was like a boxing
No.
guard.
No.
It's only on your
Okay.
upper teeth. It doesn't go on both.
Oh, I thought it was a boxing guard.
Yeah, it just looks like you've
All
got
right.
like gummy bears caked onto
Oh,
the
that's
upper
not bad, you guys.
realm of your teeth.
Right.
I thought it was like when MMA fighters put that thing in their mouth. Okay,
It's not.
Carry on.
Okay.
No, it's
You
more
guys
like
aren't
you just
that
went
weird.
apeshit at a candy store. It's the opposite of MMA fighting.
You look like you're on your Orange is the New Black, one of the white girls who like kind of have fucked up teeth, and you're like, what do they put in their mouths to like make them have fucked up teeth? And that's
Okay.
It's a night guard.
yeah. What
Okay,
do you
guys? I'm sorry I overreacted.
Thank you.
It's okay. Sometimes fear comes out of ignorance, and now you're illuminated. It's
I
cool.
was really afraid of night guards until right now.
It's fine. Everybody's happy now.
Rika, what do you hate?
Let's begin my list. Let's begin with the biggest one of them all, which would be LAX, Los Angeles Airport. Fuck it.
Oh, it's the worst.
I've written a series of tweets about them that I would get out and call up, but it'll take too long. But one of them is along the lines of we must never raise, as in RAZE, LAX Airport, because we need to have an example for future generations of how to never, ever, ever design an airport.
Oh my
ever.
god, it's the worst.
What do you
It's
hate
terrible.
the most about it?
The fact that we live in a city where traffic is an incredible problem, and they created at the end of your long drive in traffic an airport that it's designed to create traffic.
Yeah.
If anybody's never been to LAX, you don't even have to really visualize it. Just imagine that you have two circles, one on top of the other, and then interior circles within each of those circles that, how can I describe what the hell that occurs?
It's a vortex of nightmares.
It's
Like
just
take
terrible.
any airport, because I'll go to an airport now and I'll be like, oh my god, this is such a cute airport.
Yeah.
Like how nice that they only have these like 3 terminals and they're so easy to
Yeah.
get. So take one of those and put 5 of them on top of it,
Yes.
and then just like put a bunch of people yelling at you.
Yeah, and make sure that it's one of the, like, there's 1 million people going into and out of it at all hours.
And none of them
Yeah.
know how to drive or know where they're going.
No,
It's a
but
big-
it's not
it's
their
a-
fault. They have not helped us at all
Right.
to drive. Oh, and also make sure that you're not allowed to actually ever stop moving.
Never.
Never.
You can barely stop long enough to pick somebody up
Right.
before seriously several cops will descend on you.
Yeah.
Because they know that if you stop, the hell will become even hellier.
And
it's a sprawling miasma
Yeah.
of chaos, and it never ends, and you can't stop. And
Mm-hmm.
it's I picked someone up Memorial Day weekend. It took me
That's not good.
40 minutes to get to the airport, and then it took me 40 from the
Yes.
exit to their gate.
Yeah.
I wanted to kill.
I have the opposite story where I went on Christmas Day, which, by the way, if you've never driven around Los Angeles on
it's the
Christmas
most
Day,
beautiful.
do it, please. Just drive.
That's why I love being a Jew in Los Angeles. It's because you guys all
so
leave,
good.
everyone's gone.
I know.
And we just like have the city to ourselves and eat Chinese food. and
It's
stuff.
really fantastic. You can drive. So my drive to the airport, because I flew on Christmas Day to get home because I'm in Cheapskate, it took 12 minutes from Silver Lake to Los Angeles to LAX.
God.
That's
12 minutes.
apocalyptic.
Except until we got there, because everybody who had the same idea, which is a small number of people,
Yeah.
but when they all arrive at the same time, there was a traffic jam at LAX. There's always a traffic jam at LAX.
Yep.
Does
Hate.
not matter.
Hate. So
That's- I would say blow it up, except that would be terrorism.
do you like Burbank Airport?
Yes.
It's the best.
Bob Hope Airport.
Bob Hope Airport in Burbank. If you're going to fly into Los Angeles,
Yes.
don't even bother with LAX.
Don't.
Spend an extra $60 flying to Burbank.
It is the best.
Especially if you're going to hang out on the east side.
And your taxi cab ride is going to be cheaper too from Burbank because
yeah,
it's
well.
less fucking traffic.
That
than
is correct.
area. It's-
Plus, I think I was in a security line one time, and people were actually like, "What is going on?"
I know.
Because there was a line. of
I know.
10 people.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Is that
have
what
security
you? Is
flag.
that your fuck that? Is Burbank Airport? Is this a Bob Hope
Oh,
versus
that's true.
LAX?
Oh, that's a really good
Let's
one.
let's have him end on what you love. Alie, what do you?
What do
I
I
didn't
love
get to
so
talk
much?
about cars with spoilers and how I hate those.
Do you not? Can I say a thing about cars with spoilers really quick? I was
Yes.
talking about how analogous the structure of a car is to like a quadrupedal animal.
As one does.
Yes.
Four limbs, four tires, brain in the front, exhaust in the back. And I realized
interesting.
spoilers are the vestigial tail of cars. Do you know what I mean? And I always want to say
Yeah.
vestigial, but I think it's vestigial. But
I don't know.
it's the tail that you don't. It's a caudal appendage that's unnecessary.
Yes, but what's funny about it is that it's only put on by macho guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is like some sort of vestigial bullshit thing,
Mm-hmm.
but you think that it represents that you're super cool. What it means is that you're like living in the past, and I don't know.
I know it's like
It seems like it's not
1998
right.
called and wants its aftermarket parts back. Also, can I look up really quick? One more thing that we learned is whether or not it's vestigial or vestigial, because that is a thing that I ask myself enough that I should know this.
Let's do it.
One thing that I would fuck you guys is Wordbook app. It's a nice. I think I've said it before, but oh wait, it's an app that I have and it tells you how to say words.
Vestigial.
Vestigial.
GTK, good to know you guys.
Vestigial.
I
That is a
love
good
that
app.
actually. I think I may have to take that app home and fuck it.
I have two things that I would slow bone. One is Shark Cat on a Roomba, which I'm late to that
the
party.
most amazing.
I'm so late to that party. There's a cat in a shark hoodie and it rides around in a Roomba.
Sure does.
And I've never been happier to be alive. Like it was I finally felt like I didn't want death to come. I was like, I need to keep living to watch more of this
a
Shark
video,
Cat on a
I'm
Roomba.
assuming.
It's a video and it's just like it gives you life.
Okay,
the other
good.
thing that I really, really like so much is well, no, I think I'm just gonna say Shark Cat.
Okay.
All right.
What about you, Georgia?
The thing I love
or Shark Cat?
The thing I love so much that I want to fuck is that so I had a birthday party over the weekend.
Yay!
Yay! And
You're 21.
yes, the big
Great.
2-1. And I got a discount code for both Uber and Taxi Magic for my friends to use to come to the birthday party.
Don't drive and drink.
And
y'all.
yeah, because you shouldn't drink and drive. And like, I thought it was really awesome. And so I wanted to say that you should download Taxi Magic. It's just like Uber, but taxi. And then I think if you put in Alie and Georgia in the discount code,
Look at that.
ALIE and Georgia, you get some kind of discount. I think it's like $10 or $25.
How did you make that? That's taxi.
I know.
magic.
They were just really nice. And I used it when I went to Bridgetown Comedy Festival. They had like a VIP like password.
Are they underwriting your podcast?
No.
No, they were just
you guys
like
are just honestly into it.
really generous to me, and it was nice. Like Uber was cool, as they are, but
Taxi Magic brought
Taxi
it.
Magic brought it, and I really appreciate that. And I drove around all weekend in a taxi and never drove drink and drive.
And you didn't have to drive the taxi or anything?
I didn't. And there was it's a nice taxi. It's like a Prius. It's not like a
Sweet.
angry taxi driver. So
Those are both very digital fuckables.
I know.
that
Yeah.
you've mentioned.
I know. Wordbook app, Taxi Magic, Cat on a Roomba. What about
I would
you?
say I don't. Oh man, like I've been
What's
thinking the
thing
whole
that you
time you've
love?
been talking.
Like iced lattes. Do you like almonds? Do you like
I'm gonna think of exactly what this needs to. Oh well, here's one thing. Zippo lighters. They're the perfect size. They're like to lighters. They're kind of like the. Here's another thing actually that I love is the pound coin.
Oh, it's the best
It's
feeling.
the best. It
in
just
your
is
hand.
very- it feels like you got a chunk of change in your hand. Literally, it's thick and it's so thick they have writing on the sides
I know.
of the coin.
I know.
And a Zippo lighter is kind of like the flammable version of that. It just has like the right heft in your hand, and it's after you use it, it's kind of gently warm in your hand, and has just a little bit, and it's just kind of the right shape. It fits nice in there.
It makes
and
a great noise, like a sword.
Great
clinking.
noise.
You can do tricks with it.
You can smell butane, and it smells
do you
delicious.
kind of feel like Charles Bukowski every time you use it? Where you're like,
yeah,
kind
in
of
a way,
like
or a
badass.
World War II Army guy.
Yeah.
You know, like pretty much.
Do you like the kind of the ritual of like cleaning and rebutaning it and like keeping it up? Like it's a tiny car that you don't really need to know how cars work.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like I'm working on my
definitely
Zippo
not
today.
anal at all about that. I'm definitely not a guy that likes to do that and alphabetize his record collection on Sundays.
No.
Oh
Will
my
you come
God.
over and do mine too?
I would. I'm serious. I would love to do
Mine's
that.
a mess.
It is really true. Like I just moved, and the only good thing about moving to a new apartment is that I get to alphabetize those.
Oh my God. Do you purposely shovel them sometimes? You're like, oh no, I have to now do this again.
Earthquake, I say as I knock over the cabinet of records.
A
Well,
Roomba
that's
cat
great.
just cruises by.
On this
Oh, the
fucking
world is wearing, and the Roomba cat's also wearing wooden shoes.
Just
the
flicking a
world is
Zippo lighter.
perfect.
That video has made me want to get a Roomba.
Oh,
that video makes me
interesting.
want to get a cat and a Roomba. Also,
I already
Ashok.
have one of those things. I just need a Roomba.
You just need a Roomba.
Do those
and a cat.
work? Do you guys?
Roombas?
I don't
have
know.
no idea. Speaking of brands and things to plug, do you want to plug your Twitter, your Instagram?
Yes. Oh, this is great.
Bring it on.
I'm really trying to build up the Twitter. I haven't really been